Many congratulations to the top three finishers of the FIA Formula One Las Vegas Grand Prix. In third place, George Russell. In second place, Lando Norris. And taking the 69th win of his Formula One career and his second here in Vegas, our winner, Max Verstappen. Max, great drive and fastest lap on the last lap as well. It seems once in front, you had everything under control. Is that the reality of it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it helped, of course, to get into the lead in turn one. I do think in the first stint, we were all finding our feet a bit with how much to push or not, how much we had to manage. Because I do think we're all quite close up until the pit stops. So we're just, trying to get a good balance because we didn't really, get to have a good understanding on Thursday. But yeah, it felt better than expected, I would say, already on that compound. And then when we got onto the hard compound, I think already because we did quite a decent first stint, it made the second stint a little bit easier. But even there, you have to also make sure that you don't overcook it with the tire. But yeah, we did well. The good communication with the pit wall as well. So yeah, actually very enjoyable, very nice, relaxed, actually. So it was great.
You referenced the start there. It was close between you and Lando. Just talk us through the opening 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you should do. I mean, to cover off, of course, the inside. But I think, it's very easy to get caught out with where you have to brake. Also, because normally in the start, you leave the grid and then you look in the mirror. But here it's almost like you don't have a lot of time to look in the mirror because you immediately have to brake again. So, and it's quite slippery anyway. So I guess that's what happened.
You found some consistency with this car after the frustrations early on at Interlagos 2 weeks ago. Are you confident now that you can challenge for the win at the last two races as well as you have done here?
Well, we've been more consistent on the podium, let's say like that. Some races we've not then been in contention for the win, but from, I would say, the middle of 24 until the middle of 25, we were more probably off the podium than on. And now at least we are, always fighting for a second or a third place, but at least on the podium. And that's already for us, I think, a very good step forward. And that's actually, I think that should have been the case from the start, of course, if you want to really fight for a title. But yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get it right in the beginning, but at least now it's more consistent, and sometimes, it's good enough then to win.
What about fighting for the title? I mean, you said coming into this race that it wasn't on your mind. Is that still the case?
Yeah. Just trying to enjoy, have a good time. And when you can win, you try to win.
All right. Well, you've done that. Max, thank you very much. Very well done to you. Lando, let's come to you. Great race as well. Although you were hemorrhaging time on those last couple of laps, just talk us through what was happening on lap 49.50.
I think there was just some issues with the car. The team were telling me on the radio, so just had to back off a bit.
All right. Well, apart from that, Lando, just sum up your race. I mean, this was your 18th podium of the season in just 22 races. Satisfied? Happy?
Not really. We just weren't quick enough today. We didn't have the pace. I messed up turn one. Was pretty poor from me. I just braked too late. So it was all on me. Pretty poor for myself. But it didn't. Yeah, even if I came out in P1 out of turn one, we were just not quick enough today. Same as Brazil. Max has done a very good job, and the Red Bull is very quick. So they deserved the win today. They were another league comparing to us. So a bit of a shame that we didn't have more pace, but yeah, we got to try and improve a bit more.
Right, different league to McLaren this race. But when you think where the car has been here for the last two seasons, do you feel satisfied with the step you've taken in 25 at this Grand Prix?
Yeah, of course. I think we still know that there are certain corners here and certain characteristics that are really not good for us. But it's not, we still finished second. It's not like it's the end of the world. I think we just have high standards, and we want to win. We want to come away from here with a gold trophy, not a silver or a bronze one. So I guess we're disappointed it wasn't better, and we're disappointed we didn't come away, with another win like we've had the last few weekends. But it just wasn't possible today. So, I think we still look at it in terms of, are we doing a good enough job as a team? And today we didn't. The car just wasn't performing well. We had a lot of issues, and Max has done a good job, and Red Bull have done a good job. So, I think we're just comparing ourselves to the level that we need to be at if we want to win races. We come to every race to try and win. So, when we don't win, we're not very happy. We're not pleased with ourselves. And still 2 more weekends. So 2 more opportunities to try and make up for it.
Even with P2, your lead in the championship is now 30 points. Those 2 weekends to go, as you've just referenced. You're in a great position. Do you dare to dream?
No, I'm just pretty disappointed with today. So, no, I look forward to Qatar. I look forward to getting somewhere warm and, just go play some golf, go play some paddle for a few days, enjoy a few days off, and do everything we can to try and win in Qatar.
All right. Thank you for that, Lando. And George, let's come to you now. Very well done to you as well. It looked like you were nursing an issue for much of that race. What was it? How did it affect performance?
Well, I had the same steering issue as I had yesterday after about 5 laps, but after probably 4 laps after the issue, I sort of was managing to drive around it. And the pace was not bad in the first stint. Obviously made a good start, probably only a tenth or so slower than Max in that first stint. And then after the pit stop, saw that opportunity to attack and just push really hard for 2 laps, and I destroyed my tyres. And I knew with about 16 laps to go, or probably 20 laps to go, it was going to be very challenging to get to the end. So it wasn't very enjoyable, to be honest, because I just couldn't get around left-hand corners.
If you hadn't gone so aggressively after Max in those early laps in the second stint, might you have finished P2, do you think?
I don't know, to be honest. You can always have that debate, but honestly, if I was sat in Lando's position now, it doesn't change anything for me. I want to fight for victories. I saw that half an opportunity. I thought Max was going to struggle a bit more on his outlap, and I had to go for it. And if I nursed my tyres in those laps, I'd be sitting here still in P3, maybe wondering if only I could have attacked when I had the opportunity. So no regrets. It just wasn't an enjoyable race.
George, Mercedes as a whole was in confident mood coming into this Grand Prix, given where you were at this race last year. Are you disappointed? Are you surprised with the level of performance you've had?
I think we have a car this year that's just more consistent over 24 races. I think our car last year was either exceptionally strong or exceptionally weak. And that's probably why we had more highlight moments last year as a team. But over 24 races, we scored substantially less points. So, of course you want to win races, but the goal ultimately is to score as many points as possible in a season. And we have a car this year that has given us a substantially better opportunity to achieve that than we had 12 months ago.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, George. Right, let's open this to the floor. As ever, name and publication. Who's first, please? Yeah, Luke.
Luke Smith from The Athletic. Lando, just to expand on the issues you have with the car, and Will mentioned fuel over the radio. Was that the main concern, and how marginal was it either to make it to the end and have George catch you?
I'm pretty thankful George was also having issues. Otherwise, today would have been even worse. So I'm not sure how close it was. I don't know if the sensor was saying things it shouldn't have been, or what. Or we just used more than expected, or what it was. So I don't know the full extent. I need to go and see the team and understand more, to be honest. So it was more, I was just annoyingly listening to what they were telling me to do, which was losing a lot of pace, and certainly didn't help in the chance to try attack Max a bit more.
Thank you. Next.
Arjan Schouten, AD, question for Max. Max, you said, really like to enjoy myself, not thinking about the championship. Seeing you celebrating, you looked very happy with this one. Is that because of all the ups and downs this season?
It's because they don't come as easy as 23. So in 23 it was more like ticking boxes, Now it's not like that, and we come from a very tough period already last year. This year it's been annoying at some stage as well. Everyone, of course, was not happy with the performances, and then to still have this kind of end to the season for us is amazing. So you need to enjoy that because it's a big motivational boost for everyone, and that's why it's the same. I mean, it works the same for me.
Thank you. Next.
Sahil Kapoor, NBC. Lando, in the second half of the race, when you got past George, could you tell us a little bit about what you were thinking? How much of it was you want to go all out to attack Max's lead versus how much were you thinking maybe there's some comfort in the fact that even if you finish second to him, you'd be in a very good position for the championship?
I was all out. We just weren't quick enough. They were just much quicker than us today. Not miles, but we certainly had our issues, and that made the gap probably bigger than it was. But otherwise, they were just quicker. Even if I came out of turn 1 ahead, I don't think we would have won the race today. So I still take P2 as a good result. I'm pretty happy because of it. But I'm not happy because it's P2, and like Max says, it's tough, it's close, and I gave myself a good opportunity yesterday to try and win the race. Of course, I messed it up and made my life tougher into turn 1. But even after that, we just weren't quick enough. Even when I thought I kept the tires in a better condition than the others, I kind of brought them in nicer. I was pushing flat out, and Max was still pulling away. So, it seems like lately we've been able to improve our quali pace, but our race pace has taken a bit of a hit. Even when you look at Brazil, like our quali pace was very strong, but Max was still a lot faster in the race. Similar this weekend, like we were very, very good yesterday. Like incredibly strong yesterday, but just not good enough today. So we'll see what's maybe changed over the last few weeks, and what we can improve on for Qatar.
Thank you, Lando. Next.
Phil Duncan, PA. Lando, just going back to the title race, I appreciate you're obviously taking it one race at a time, but Qatar will be the first chance that you'll actually have to win the World Championship. So do you approach that week any differently? Is there going to be any more nerves? Is it going to be harder to put to one side, or so just your approach to this week, really?
I don't know. I guess I've never been in that position before, so I probably can't really answer it. But nothing feels different now, even though that is the opportunity I'm entering into. And even when I feel like I had a bad day today, it was still relatively a good day, So no, I'd treat it the same. I'll treat it like I want to go and win. I'll do everything I can to try and win the race. It's certainly a lot more fun when you win than when you come second place. So my goal is to win both races till the end of the season, and obviously it's a sprint as well, so try and win all 3, I guess. But no, I don't know if anything changes. Nothing for the minute. I still just focus on having a few days off and obviously shifting the time zone all the way back to wherever we have to get back to, and then focusing on FP1.
Thank you. Yep, another one.
Masahiro Owari, Formula Owari Masahiro. And congratulations, Lando and Georgie, 150 races on podium. And the question to Max, and also for you, 150 races wins Honda. Please pick up 3 races, best races for you, and reason, please.
My 3 best races with Honda. I think our first podium together, that was a very big milestone. Everyone was, I think, very emotional. First world title, because that I think is always very special, and also for Honda after the initial struggles with the engine, to then basically deliver such a powerful engine and so strong and reliable. I think that was very impressive, and honestly, it's just been just fantastic working with them. I really, really like everyone, and they have their own way and own mentality of how they operate, and I really like it, and they've always been super respectful. So I will always remember the years that we have been working together. I mean, to pick the third one is probably very hard because we've had so many great wins together. So I just picked the ones that probably were more emotional, and that were definitely those two.
Suzuka this year. No. All right. Any more?
That was a good one too.
Any more? Oh, question for about 150 races. Was it a question for Lando and George as well? I think it was just, yeah. Luke, back to you.
Thank you. For all three of you, we're into the third running now of the Las Vegas Grand Prix, and I think the balance of sport and show has been something that's been debated quite a lot. Do you feel that's in a good place now? You can still do fun things like the ride to the podium with Terry Crews and the Lego car, but it's not too much, or would you like to see things change? And a couple of drivers in the media pen talked about the bumpiness of the track and the timing in the calendar. Is that something that you think needs to be addressed in the future?
Yeah, I think overall the weekend's very enjoyable, and they've done a great job, and it's been evolving over these 3 years. Of course, it is a massive challenge, the time zone, not just for us, but for the thousands of people who travel to every single race. So I guess, I don't know, it'd probably be nicer if this was a standalone race rather than a back-to-back. But either way, at this time, and if you're going to do a night race in Vegas, whichever way you do it, it's going to be very challenging.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to, at the end of the day, also make up your own mind, right? Some people like some more show at it, right? Some people like different kind of tracks as a fan also. And I also have my opinions about what I like. Some weekends I like more than others. I still like to be in Vegas, but I'm personally, of course, less of a showman. I'm not really, into that probably. But I get it, you know, it's part of the calendar. If you're in Vegas, it needs to be like this. So I get it, and that's fine, you know.
Yeah, I think it's certainly better than it was a few years ago. I think that was a bit too much for everyone. May as well be in Circus Soleil, like with what we were doing back then. So I think we're all much happier with what we're doing now. But it's a nice event. I think it would be better if it was. No, I can't do that stuff. But if it was a little bit warmer or something, you know, I think we would all appreciate if it was a bit more. I don't know if it's a few months earlier or later, whatever it's going to be, but. Yeah, if it was a bit warmer, I think everyone would enjoy it as a weekend a bit more. I think even the fans, you know, it's not pleasant even for the fans sitting out there in the cold the whole day and in the rain. So if it could move around, I'm sure some things would please everyone.